Hey everyone, this is Eric. It's another great day of recovery, one day at a time. I'm not perfect. I'm just carrying a message here because these things have helped me so much. I want to share them with you. I am a professional therapist as well, so I'm kind of doing this for clients that are waiting to get in and coaching clients, etc. So today, I love this metaphor. It originated from Mexico, actually, and it was called the tunnel. And this came from Mexico. In talking about the power of God. So, as you recall, that power is everything. We need power to stay sober. And this power is God. And this power is also called God's grace, which is power. Grace is not this ticket to get out of jail or hell again or give someone grace. That's a made up thing later in Christianity. But early Christianity, which these Oxford groups, which the AA people um, had put so much faith in the early practices of Christianity, and here we're talking Christianity, but that is the roots of the AA book, is Oxford groups, is that grace was this power by which we needed to live. This would be pages 45. Lack of power, that was our dilemma. We had to find a power by which we can live. And of course, that means we're going to talk about God. So, this metaphor I call the artery. I just feel like it works better here. Um, the artery would be a metaphor for blood supply, that we need this power or blood to live. I don't need to be on the screen here. Um, so, little old me is over here, and God's over on the other side. And so, when I first came to any of the programs, I was using the drugs or behavior of choice. I mean, it was just a choice. That's funny, as if I choose it. It chose me. But I have no power. Why? Well, there's four major things that the AA book talks about. One is selfishness, and that I'm selfish, that it's not just I want all the jelly beans to myself or the candy. Um, it's this inflated sense of self. Some people call this ego, which is psychotherapy talk. But it's this inflated sense of self that I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to use self power, willpower to stop. The other thing that becomes apparent is that I struggle with dishonesty. If I'm not honest at any level, it's gonna not work. And honesty, or dishonesty rather, is often trying to manage someone else's impression of me. Fear, again, all of these things could be bigger than I've outlined them here, but fear is like a corroding thread. It's the root of a lot of our troubles. Fear always is about self-reliance, that I'm resting or trying on my own power to be sober. Resentments, the number one offender, it blocks me from God's power. Holding grudges, holding ought against people, um, it's not going to work. So, so what do I do? Like, who's going to stop me from all this? Well, God is the person who can help me with all this, but he's also the end result of who I'm trying to get to. So if you practice steps for where you're actually looking at your fears, your resentments, your dishonesty, and selfish things, and you're asking God to remove these defects of character and even the defects of character underneath, it looks like this, that you'll have all the power you need to be sober. And so, fourth step fifth, sixth, and seventh. Fourth is making a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Five, which is often done right then and there, we shared with God, ourselves, and another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Six, we're entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character. And seven is to humbly ask Him to remove the defects of character. So that's all, in my experience, done together in one big experience. It takes about 3 to 4 hours, sometimes less, sometimes more. But I believe we get it done, that it's not meant to be written out by oneself. And because often the focus becomes too much on the resentments. And what we're asking God to do is to remove the defects. So if I then do steps 10 and 11, and I've made my amends 8 and 9, which also blocks God's power, but 10 and 11, I humbly do every day come to Him asking Him to keep these things from growing like plaque. And if I do that, I'll be sober. I'll stay sober. I will have all the power, wrong direction. I will have all the power I need to stay sober one day at a time. So it's as simple as that. Take care and have a great day.